Curries Thicker Than Water is a book of short stories. It is about different kinds of people, different kinds of characters, different kinds of places within India, different castes, different communities. However, it's about the human condition itself, and there is also fantasy, a lot of fantastical situations like the elephant on the highway. And so it's so universal because we all live in our imaginations, don't we? Don't we live in our dreams? There are different kinds of stories actually. It's very difficult to say that it's about one particular thing. Like my first story in the book, The Elephant on the Highway, is about an elephant who begs on the street and decides that it's another life for him. He's so upset with it that he just lies down on the highway and refuses to get up and talks to a beggar in the intersection. And that's fantasy. And then there is also the guest in my grandfather's house. A lot of the stories within the guest in my grandfather's house is real, because we did have, at that time when I was young, my grandfather's house, we had people who were homeless, who went from home to home, stayed for a week or a month at a time and were entertained. And they entertained in return by gossiping about everybody they had lived with. So it was a very self-sustaining society at that point of time. And then there is the eggs, which I don't want to tell you more about. It's a bit dark. And the woman who married a pumpkin, there is a real kind of tradition that people marry pumpkins. However, my story, the woman doesn't want to get rid of the pumpkin, and so there's a little twist in that. And the two wives' tale. The two wives' tale is about two wives and a man who marries two wives, and about their lives together. And it is based in some reality, but I think again then that's a lot of fantasy, and I just went off into my imaginary world. It's very hard to say what holds the stories together, because there's no underlying thread, except that they're all from India. So people are different, it's diverse, the languages, even within the book, the castes within the book are different. But they are Indian, and they identify as Indian. What holds India together, having such diversity? It amazes me. I don't know. I think there is something very deeply cultural, because I find when people leave India, even if they've left centuries ago, they still identify themselves as Indian. And it's very hard to know what makes them do that. I think there's something deeply cultural in that identity. Well, it's like armchair travel. I've been very detailed about the places, so you will relocate yourself within these places. It's about the people. You will understand much more about the people, a different kind of people. Even if you're Indian, you will see new people, because we are so different in many ways. And it will entertain you, it will amuse you, and it will also shock you. So I think there's a whole range of emotions that I hope you go through when you read the book. You can buy Curries Thicker Than Water from independent bookstores, Indigo chapters, indigo.ca, amazon.ca, and alibris.com. You can go to the publisher's website, booklandpress.com, or you can come on my website, jasminedcosta.com, and if you order from me, you would get a signed copy.